You know when you're scrolling through your feed, past all the perfect, polished, digitally enhanced photos, and then you see it. Someone who just doesn't use filters, ever. In a world totally obsessed with perfection, they're just showing up exactly as they are. So what's that all about? Let's dive in.
So what's really going on here? I mean, it's easy to jump to conclusions, right? To think, oh, they must not be very tech-savvy. Or maybe they just don't care how they look. But honestly, that's not the whole story. It's not even close.
The real reasons are actually rooted deep in psychology. It's a conscious choice, one that reveals a whole lot about how a person sees themselves and the world around them. We're going to break down 4 very distinct psychological types of people who go filter-free. Let's get into the first one.
Our first group is what we can call the internally driven. Now, for these people, the decision to go filter-free isn't about making some big statement to the world. Nope. It's really about honoring what they already know to be true about themselves. Their sense of worth, it's generated from the inside out.
This group breaks down into 2 pretty fascinating types. First, you've got the secure realist, who has this really unshakable sense of self-worth. And then there's the authenticity hunter, who's basically on a mission to find what's real in a world that feels kind of full of illusions.
I love this because it just perfectly captures the secure realist. You know, if you've ever posted a photo with messy hair or tired eyes and you didn't even feel an impulse to fix it, this is probably you. Your self-esteem just doesn't hinge on external validation, like how many hearts or likes you get. You simply don't need a digital lens to tell you that you're enough.
Okay, so let's move on to the authenticity hunter. For this type, social media can often feel like a pretty shallow distraction. They look at a filter and just see one of the hundreds of digital masks that people wear to try and fit in. They're kind of operating on a different frequency, one that really favors depth over digital spectacle. They aren't trying to impress anyone, they're just staying true to their own principles.
Now our second group is the complete opposite. Their choice isn't just coming from within. It's a direct reaction to all the pressures and the just sheer noise of the online world. They are actively pushing back against something.
And this brings us to 2 more types. First, the sensory guardian, who is really all about protecting their inner peace from all that digital chaos. And then you have the digital rebel, who actively resists being told how they should present themselves to the world.
So let's start with the sensory guardian. This is often linked to having a highly sensitive nervous system. So their brain doesn't just process visual information, it kind of absorbs it. And in the digital world, well, you can imagine that can get completely overwhelming really fast.
I mean, think about what they're up against. The bright, clashing, chaotic colors of so many filters just feel, well, chaotic. And that constant pressure for digital perfection, it's like a draining background noise that never stops. For this type, staying filter-free isn't just a preference, it's a necessary act of self-preservation. It's how they protect their peace.
Now, for our final type, we need to understand this key psychological concept called reactance. This is that gut feeling you get when you feel like you're being pushed to do something. It's that instinct to just push back and reassert your freedom. You know what I'm talking about.
And that brings us to the digital rebel. This person knows exactly how filters work. They get it. But they consciously choose to ignore them as a form of that reactance. They see that unspoken rule, you must look perfect online, and they just break it. So the crucial point here is that their unedited photo is a quiet act of independence. You could even say it's rebellion disguised as confidence.
So whether you're a secure realist or a digital rebel, all of these different paths, they really lead to the same place. Choosing not to use filters is a pretty powerful sign of deep self-awareness in our crazy modern world.
It's really about having the courage to just hit the brakes. In a culture that is constantly accelerating and glorifying the busy and the artificial, this choice becomes a quiet little declaration that you value something much more profound.
It's a deliberate decision to prioritize your own inner peace over just participating in all the digital noise. It's understanding that silence and simplicity, they aren't empty, they're actually full of meaning. And ultimately, this is the thread that unites all 4 of these types. It's the decision to choose authenticity over popularity. You're not missing out on some trend, you are actively choosing to be more grounded in your own reality.
So after hearing all of this, which one resonates with you? Are you the secure realist, the authenticity hunter, the sensory guardian, or maybe the digital rebel? It's a fascinating question because in a world of digital masks, your choice to show your true face, well, that says a whole lot more about you than any filter ever could.